This next match is for the UCW Women's title.
And man, Marcus, I tell you, I am excited for this match. 4 women, 1 belt. First pinfall will become the champion.
And we have an unbelievable lineup of women in the UCW locker room. I would dare say there's been a lot of guys I would want to step in the ring with. There's not a single woman in our UCW locker room that I would want to step in the ring with.
Oh, I completely agree. And the one thing I will say about our women's division, they are truly unique individuals in style and in substance. And I think that's what makes the matchups, the women's matchups in UCW-Zero, so compelling.
Here she is.
From Greece?
From Greece. From, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that Demetria has some sort of relation to Zeus himself.
Greek goddess, if you will.
You can trace her back all the way. And here she comes, the one that holds the belt, the lady that I would definitely not want to run into in a
you
dark
and me
alley.
both.
Marti Daniels. An
Very excited.
Unbelievable competitor. And a champ that, you know what, I see that strap on her shoulder and I don't know who is going to take that from her.
Well, when she returned from UCW-Zero, it was with more focus and just more aggression, and she was able to channel that into her first UCW-Zero women's title.
And she's holding that belt, and like I said, I don't know anybody that's going to take that belt from her if she keeps her eyes on that prize.
Big title defense for Marti Daniels. It goes down in the center of the ring. Every woman for herself. First pinfall gets the victory. And you do not have to be pinned to win the champion or to lose the championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, your competitors for this match. First, hailing from the beaches of Baja California, she is Paradise. Introducing next, from Charleston, South Carolina, she is Gabrielle Arce. And hailing from Mount Olympus, Greece, she is Demetria. And your reigning, defending UCW Women's Champion from Seattle, Washington, Marti Daniels.
And we are underway. Women's Championship on the line. 4 of the best women's wrestlers in the Western United States. It is every woman for herself. First pinfall, Marcus. They get the win. You do not have to be the champion does not have to be pinned to lose the championship.
No, that's right. Any of these competitors could.
Looks like
Paradise.
Paradise.
Trying to explain to these, and I mean, come on, how are you going to keep this control over this? These women have such history, have such a history of going back and forth, betraying each other, beating each other up, backing each other up. I don't know how he's going to keep track of who's who.
Well, I think, we have seen Gabrielle Arce and Paradise be co-champions, co-women's champions. And at least to my knowledge, they still have somewhat of alliance, and I think that is an interesting story that we need to follow in this match, is will Paradise and Gabrielle Arce, will they team up? Because obviously they are stronger as a twosome than they will be as an individual.
Now, only 2 women allowed in the match at the same time, so that's what must be frustrating. Now, right now, Marti Daniels is starting the match. I mean, she's... Oh! But she turns around and decides to let Paradise start the match, which, you have to look at it and go, is this smart or is it not? Because you let somebody go in the ring, you obviously don't take the abuse. But they could also get beat and you could lose your title.
Oh, yeah, and if you're on the apron, you got to play defense this entire match. The last thing you want is to be caught off guard and have a pin occur in the center of the ring. You lose your belt, you lose the match, and you had nothing to do with it.
Gabrielle Arce pointing out the obvious height difference between, and a nice strike from Demetria that, as we've said, hailing from, she has been able to trace, my God, a huge blow taking Demetria to the ground. Demetria, if I'm not mistaken, can trace her Greek lineage all the way back to the actual gods of Greece.
I'm not going to argue with her.
No, I've heard that her dad is a powerful man.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to cross the man.
No, not at all. Now, Gabrielle, that was an interesting tag for me. I know that Gabrielle and Paradise have had their issues in the past, but that looked like a kind of a tag with attitude, if you will.
More aggressive than you expect from teammates.
Yeah,
definitely.
I don't know what's going on here.
And now bickering, but that was kind of always part of their team. They bicker back and forth consistently. That's the one constant. Let's see what Demetria brings to the dance. Looking for a shoulder tackle. Unable to get it.
No, goes behind. Whips into the corner.
And they are still jaw-jacking between the two of her. Paradise needs to focus on the legal woman in the ring, and she does with a straight forearm to the face.
And the champ has seen enough. The champ wants to get in, wants to get her hands on, the former champion, Paradise. Like you said, kind of co-held the belt with Gabrielle Arce, but let's be fair, I think...
Well, I love the look of Marti Daniels' face right now. She looks at Paradise and says, "You try bullying me." And that's not going to work.
Huge shoulder tackle by Marti Daniels, who's asking the crowd if she should give her one more.
And look at the power.
No,
my goodness.
She might have gone
nice
back
maneuver.
to the well one too many times because now Paradise seems to have her. And flipping Marti Daniels. You do not see Marti Daniels leave her feet like that very often. And a flip from Paradise, now putting the shoe right to the face, which is not only effective, but it's kind of insulting.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing I love about Paradise is not only her wrestling ability, but she's just so crafty and creative in that ring. Speaking of crafty and creative, Marti Daniels driving Paradise's own knee into her forehead and now makes the tag to Demetria. Demetria looking a little bit timid. What is this? Almost force-feeding her own leg for dinner. And here comes Demetria, full steam ahead, elbow right to the jaw.
And now Marti Daniels sending Gabrielle Arce, and a big splash from Marti Daniels, who needs to...
And who's legal? I think Demetria legal in the ring as well as Paradise.
Marti Daniels allowing Demetria to back on the offense against Paradise after weakening her.
Nice
Paradise
duck.
ducking under. Quickness.
My
And a
goodness, she
huge
kicked
kick
her
and
right
another
in
kick.
Great offense.
And a third kick. I think I don't know. I don't know how many people would have been able to stand one kick to the face from Paradise, let alone three.
Well, I love the way she strings her offense together.
Yeah.
That exclamation point at the end being that heel kick right to the face.
I will say this, despite what they fight for, their reasonings for being in this ring, their history among each other, I will say this, all of our women have a bit of a mean streak in them. They are all out there to, and oftentimes, to actually hurt their competitor, to insult their competitor. Look at this.
It's
Paradise.
competitive spirit, and that's what we want to see.
Yeah.
That's absolutely what we want to see is competition.
Yeah, it's and you know what? You never get less than that with these ladies. Such, like I said, a rich history of competition and drama between these ladies. Now, Demetria trying to fight back, trying to prove to these ladies that she deserves to be in there, deserves
Cover.
And manages to squirm out at a 2 count, an unbelievable.
Paradise made a big mistake there. She made the tag to Gabrielle Arce and then turned her back on the action in the ring. Thez press by Demetria. And now driving her head to the back of the mat. Demetria going for a cover.
Now, Gabrielle is a wily veteran. I understand that Demetria is strong, but you know what? A couple smacks to the head isn't going to keep Gabrielle down. She is tough. She is strong. And just like that. She can turn it around. That's what's so amazing about these matches, is that you watch these competitors and you think to yourself, it's over with. There's no way that anybody could come back from this. And every single time, these unbelievably sturdy and I mean, they just take it, as the old commercial said, they take a licking, and they keep on ticking.
Keep on ticking. And in this case, they keep on kicking, much like Paradise is kicking Demetria down to the mat. And I think this is where Paradise deviates from a good strategy, is when she taunts her opponents, taunting Marti Daniels. I mean, why would you do that? Try to get the job done in the center of the ring. Took her eye off the ball, almost got pinned right there.
Almost a 3 count. Marti Daniels looking on from the side of the ring, realizing that she almost just lost her belt.
Well, she's focused. I love this too, though. She is focused.
Again, with another 2.5 almost from Paradise. Paradise trying to win this belt with Marti not even in the match.
Yeah, and they're picking their spots. I mean, they got to see if the other competitor is worn down enough where you need to break up that pinfall attempt.
Oh!
Spinning neck breaker by Demetria, perfectly executed. And now she's got a decision to make. Does she go for Paradise or does she go for the tag?
Oh, she's tagging the
is.
champion, Marti Daniels, and Paradise quickly with the tag. Waiting.
Goodness.
Gabrielle Arce taking her time. But now we're seeing Gabrielle Arce and Marti Daniels square up. Two competitors who have had quite a history. They've been in the ring with each other before. Oh, and a huge cross body. My goodness.
Well, we talk about Marti Daniels being bigger, but one way to take a bigger competitor off their feet is to get leverage off the ropes.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what we saw there.
This ring is, despite what people at home might think, this ring is not soft. These ropes are not soft. These corners are not soft. This ring is designed to be an equalizer. You get to, half of what you do in there comes from you and your abilities, but a lot of it is, hey, if you can throw your competitor right down to the mat, throw them into the corner, use the steel, the wood, the hard surfaces of this ring as almost like your ally.
Yeah, it's a weapon, absolutely. And right there we saw, my pulls are in close. And what is this?
Oh.
Paradise. Oh my goodness.
Using her own knee.
Driven into her jaw.
And a huge clubbing blow from
Finish it off.
The ladies champion, Marti Daniels. The crowd showing their approval.
Marti Daniels, big clothesline. All the momentum in her corner right now. Picks her up. Michinoku driver. That'll be a 3 count. Arce barely saves it. That would have been it.
Saving that. I believe Marti Daniels calls that the rusty cage. Putting somebody down to the ground. Sounds like a place I do not want to be locked up. And now Gabrielle Arce in there handing out clubbing forearms to the face.
And Arce broke up that pinfall. That would have been the deciding pinfall. Remember, this is not an elimination match. 1 pinfall to a finish. Demetria turns around. Tornado DDT.
A tornado DDT right to the forehead of Gabrielle Arce. An unbelievable. Now,
it looks like all 4 women worse for wear.
Well, they've all basically been in there at one time or another squaring off with their other competitor. So we've been able to see multiple styles. And now the referee completely losing sight.
Catches her. Power slam. Oh my God, that was close.
I cannot believe it. Marti Daniels catching Gabrielle Arce out of the air.
That's the strength, power, and size. I mean, that is her advantage in this match. And when she can channel that, and when she can use that to her advantage, she is unstoppable here in UCW-Zero. Demetria showing some fighting spirit. Marti Daniels not going to have any of it. Woman handlers are into the ropes. Look at the athleticism by Marti Daniels. I think she twisted her knee.
She's up and over.
And Demetria crossbody on the floor.
What is happening? And now, Gabrielle Arce and Paradise squaring off in the ring. The 2 former teammates now breaking down completely. It seems like the history, the drama between these two has finally come to a head, and it is exploding in this ring.
Friends
Demetria
no more.
And Marti Daniels still outside, and they're getting counted out. It's already to a 4 count.
So I'm assuming that Demetria and Marti Daniels are actually legal while Paradise and Gabrielle Arce are beating the tar out of each other in the center of the ring. That Southern Belle packs a punch, I'll tell you that, Marcus.
But is it for nothing? If they're not the legal competitors in this match, this beating is just wearing them down so that one of these people can come in and get the pin.
Yeah, I mean, Jack Trades, he's got to be smart about this. These women are not legal.
And a boot to the side of the head.
And Arce goes for the pin, and Trades laying down the law. Both of these women are not legal. They cannot win the match. They cannot lose the match.
The ref reminding them of the fact that they aren't the legal competitors. Marti Daniels and Demetria finally starting to stir.
And Arce looks notably frustrated right now, and who could blame her? She thinks that she had the deciding pinfall on Paradise. She's got to keep her eye on Demetria, though.
Oh, and a huge kick to the face.
So resourceful that woman is. And what is this? And now driving her head with her legs into the turnbuckle and finishes it off with the Hurricane Rana. This match is broken down into chaos.
And now Marti stepping face to face with Paradise.
Paradise going for round 2 of that maneuver.
Marti grabbing
She puts on the brakes. Could it be? No, not so fast. Oh, my goodness.
Swinging her head first into the bottom of the turnbuckle.
Like a pendulum.
Unbelievable. Oh, the strength, the power of Marti Daniels.
Like a pendulum with a very abrupt and forceful stop. What could this be? She's taking it for the carousel ride.
Giving her the spin. This sends the blood to your head.
And throws off your equilibrium.
Now Demetria tagging.
Kick to the stomach. Could this be? She loves this maneuver. Mardi Gras!
Mardi Gras! And Demetria tagged herself in. Oh, and another one. Could it be a second Mardi Gras? Oh,
it is!
Mardi Gras!
Mardi Gras party!
2, 3, that's right. It's a celebration on Bourbon Street.
What a huge
the Mardi
win.
Gras came twice this match.
Holy moly, you talk about an impressive showing by Marti Daniels. We were impressed when she won the belt. This has to be just as impressive. Single-handedly, she threw those last 2 women from corner to corner. What an impressive show of strength. What an impressive victory for Marti Daniels, still our UCW-Zero Women's Champion.
And proving why that belt is where it is and why it might not be going anywhere for quite some time. Can anybody stop the reign of Marti Daniels? Not tonight.
And we'll be back with more action.